gentlemen. You're listening to Viva ENT. This is Johnny the Capo. I'm live on the radio here in Seattle, and I'm in the studio with my co-host, Mr.
Brad Buckles. Good afternoon.
My excellent producer.
It's Eric C.C. Ryder. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Eric.
There is only one Eric C.C. Ryder.
That's right. And we're lucky to have him. Because you know why? He keeps it straight on the radio. Now, folks, we have a great show today, as always. And first of all, I want to congratulate you, Brad, on the wonderful expos that you produced in January here in Seattle.
Well, thank you.
Tacoma.
I appreciate it. It was 25th anniversary. That's a rare opportunity to kind of celebrate success.
Mm-hmm.
But it wouldn't be appropriate for me to take all those accolades. I got to spread that around to a lot of the vendors that really stepped up and made the show a success. We have over 50% of the vendors that have been in the show since the very first day still with us 25 years later.
Ain't that something?
Isn't that real?
I've been with you about 14 years.
Yeah, I know.
Man, I'm telling you.
So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a great tour. We're going to do it again. We come back April 2nd and 3rd at the Tacoma Dome. And just hold on because we got more.
And we have an open house this Sunday at the Seattle Hilton.
We have an open house yeah, exactly.
1 o'clock?
1 to 5?
1 to 5, 1 to 4-ish, something like that.
Something like that. And then, of course, this afternoon, I'm heading down to Mama Stortini's.
Oh, my God.
Mama Stortini's has got some of the best food in the Puget Sound. We're going to do an open house tonight at 5. If you're in the area, swing by.
The one in Bellevue or?
The one in Puyallup. Oh. The original. Mama herself.
Oh, my gosh. And you know what? I've ate there several times. The food is just dynamite.
I will be thinking of you about 6:30.
Well, I have that nice steak with some pasta.
That'll be good.
That's what I usually get.
And then, of course, let's not let this beautiful view pass us by. We've got probably one of the nicest days in the Puget Sound so far.
Yeah, it started out a little rainy, but it cleared up real nice.
It's a beautiful day. Can't wait to get outside.
That's right. Now, we have our friend Mike Abella from 1,000 Words Photography on the show at 3:15.
1,000 words?
Yeah.
As in like a picture's worth 1,000 words?
That's right. If a picture paints 1,000... How's that go?
I think if
a picture paints 1,000 words.
I think
we'll just say if.
Isn't the expression that a picture is worth 1,000 words?
There you go.
Yeah, but I was quoting, if a picture paints 1,000 words.
Oh, so this is the song.
Then why can't I paint you?
There you go.
There you go.
Who's
that by?
That was Bread.
Yeah, the song "If" by Bread.
That's
right.
There you go, man.
Talk about a blowback from the.
That's
Blast from the past, I think, is the expression you're looking for.
We're all tired.
I thought you were saying it was by Brad. I was like, hey, good song, Brad.
Yeah, no kidding. I'll take the royalties on that one. Just for a month.
The band Bread.
Bread.
There you go.
That's right.
Listen to some of the Jam after the Bread. And you got a real good musical hour.
Boy, we are just on fire today. We are all tired.
Well, that reminds me of a song from the New Beats going back to 1964 called Bread and Butter.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Remember that song?
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you, Brad? You remember that one?
I do not know that one.
I like bread and butter.
Some real falsetto in that track for sure.
That was a great little tune.
I must admit, I don't know that one, but I am totally confident.
It was used in There's Something About Mary, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a movie?
Yes.
Oh, is that what the,
that was a big movie. Cameron Diaz.
Oh, yeah. That was a quite funny movie, actually.
I missed that one.
Really?
I must admit, I'm 2 for 2 today.
That was a Ben Stiller movie.
Mm-hmm.
Quite popular.
What was it called?
There's Something About Mary.
I did see that, but I don't remember that part of it.
I believe that was used in the credits.
Yeah, and
that's why.
it had that famous scene when she opened the door and she had some kind of gel in her.
I remember that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, now I remember.
Okay, we have the Queen.
That was not toast and jam. All right, so we've got a big show today. As you said, Mike Abella on the show today from 1,000 Words Productions. But then our friend Jerry Osborne is got another great guest lined up for us, hasn't he?
Miss Devon Dawson, who is known as the Queen of Swing. She's also known as the Yodeling Cowgirl. And she's...
Yodeling, as in like Swiss hills and...
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, yodel, yodel.
And not only that...
That's how it goes, right?
Okay.
Not only that, she was the voice on the big song from Toy Story 2.
This is the one I was really surprised by, just recently.
So
within the last 10 years.
So we have celebrities on the show, pal.
There you go.
There's no question about it. So
we have Eric C.C. Ryder.
And we have Eric every week.
And don't forget about Johnny Creole.
That's right. There you go.
I was just thinking about Johnny Creole.
I got to come up with a nickname or something. This is 2 for 3.
Johnny Creole, baby.
There you go.
I was listening to the DJ Fontana show this morning.
This morning, yeah.
Yeah, and that's when the Johnny Creole thing came up.
I remember.
Funny.
So what else we got going? When's Johnny and the Bad Boys coming back out? Johnny
and the Bad Boys are coming back out because I've been so intensely busy with our entertainment company the last couple of months that I am getting ready to take some bookings on.
Cool.
And the band will be out shortly within the next few weeks, I imagine. And I'm going to announce those dates shortly.
That's cool. I'm waiting to do it.
I'm glad you asked because I'm excited to do it. And man, I've been working like crazy with all these casino parties and DJ events and stuff. So be nice to get that guitar on and go.
I'm with you.
Rock and roll, baby.
Heather and I are getting ready to go out of town, right? This time of year, we always take a little bit of a vacation.
Yeah.
I'm going to expand my musical entourage.
Cool.
And we're going to go to an opera in Paris. Like the real deal.
I like opera.
We just bought tickets to the Barber of Seville.
That would be fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited. I wasn't real wild to go see an opera, but when I figured this is like world-class opera singing.
Is that not the Johnny Depp movie, is it?
I don't remember that.
You remember the Johnny Depp movie, Eric, that he made? He was a barber?
Yes.
Was that it? Is that the Barber of Seville?
No, not the Barber of Seville.
He was the Barber of...
He was the demon barber of Broad Street.
There we go. There we go.
But I can't remember what the character's name is.
No, this is a world-class, this is the deal.
I would be fascinated and completely enchanted by going to an opera like that.
I'm going to sneak my phone in. I'll take a little soundbite.
Sweeney Todd.
There we go. Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Demon barber of Fleet Street.
There you go.
Different London Street.
Yeah. But
different country.
So I'm not real familiar with Barber of Seville, but I've heard of it.
It's supposed to be one of the top world-class operas.
Oh, I would love to. Love it.
One of the pieces that somebody should not miss. So we're not going to miss it.
Well, congratulations. You're going to Europe, right?
Yeah, we're going to go over to Europe. And Heather's so excited. She can't, she's already started packing. I don't know if she wants to be in Europe or if she wants to be at the opera more. She loves that classical stuff.
Oh, yeah, as I do. And I think that just being in Europe and walking the streets and going to the opera, it'll just put you in a different dimension.
Oh, yeah.
Different world.
We're going to end it over in Prague, and over in Prague is one of the world's oldest man-made clocks.
Oh,
it's over 600 years old, 650 years old, if I remember correctly, man-made, 3 stories tall on the side of a building, operating as correctly as if it was built today.
Man.
Yeah, loses no time.
Man, oh, man.
Yeah. But I only brought it up today because of the opera, and I thought, this is all about entertainment and music, so
we're rock and roll. Opera is rock and roll. We like it,
There's been some rock operas. How many different rock operas are there?
Well, there's Tommy.
Yeah, there's Queen. There's
Did you see the movie Tommy?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
That was kind of flippy. I think the Tina Turner performance with the Acid Queen was probably the highlight of the movie, and Elton John did Pinball Wizard. That was a great movie for rock and roll.
Did you say Brick in the Wall was like an rock opera?
I don't.
It's a movie, but I don't know if I'd.
Is that Pink Floyd?
Yeah.
What do you say, Eric?
Would that be like a rock opera?
I'll allow it.
Okay, that'll work. It's Led Zeppelin. Or, no, it's Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd.
You're close.
It has to be good. Pink Floyd.
Yeah, Pink Floyd. They're. I never got into the Pink Floyd thing, but they are just legendary, aren't they?
They are indeed.
They are. They are. Yes, they are. So now we have the open house this Sunday at the Seattle Hilton, Tacoma Wedding Expo, 1st of April, and We have great celebrities on the show every week. And today we have Micah Bella coming on shortly. And then, of course, Devon Dawson will be on the half hour. So, ladies and gentlemen, a quick word from our sponsors. Thank you so much.
Lights, camera, action. Capture those precious moments at your special event with 1000 Words Events friendly, fun party services. Make your guests smile with a unique photo booth. Bring the celebration anywhere with a green screen. Enhance the mood with event lighting or pile them in an awesome VW photo bus. Our services provide lasting memories and unique party favors. After all, a picture's worth 1,000 words. See for yourself what we do at 1000wordsevents.com or call us at 253-380-2026. Let's make some memories. Online at 1000wordsevents.com or 253-380-2026.
Dr. Amanda Wong and the team at Art of the Smiles provides comprehensive dental services at affordable prices. Their convenient location in Federal Way and their extended hours fits the needs of both families and working professionals. Whether it's transforming your smile through some of their cosmetic therapies or simply having your teeth cleaned, Art of the Smiles provides individualized care plans that address your priorities and needs. Visit artofthesmiles.com or call 253-839-4048. That's 253-839-4048 for same-day scheduling. Most insurance is accepted, from cosmetic procedures to implant placement, molar root canals treatment, or wisdom teeth extractions.
Life's a celebration. Grand Event Rentals makes your event their top priority. They are your full-service, special event, and party rental provider, supplying everything you need from start to finish. Their professional sales team and event staff work with you to create your dream event. With every event, Grand Event Rentals customers' needs are the most important. Whether you're planning an intimate outdoor wedding or an elaborate black tie gala, the Grand Event Rental specialists make great pride in providing our event planning experience to help create an unforgettable event. Please go and visit the Bellevue showroom, Grand Event Rentals, or make a one-on-one appointment. Talk to them. They're trained, they're knowledgeable, they're event specialists, and they are going to take you through step-by-step everything that you need to make your day a success. Call Grand Event Rentals. Their number's 425-462-7368, or go to grandeventrentalslaw.com.
It's frustrating when your car won't start or just won't go, or you're locked out of your car and need to be somewhere. All Day Towing will take the frustration out of the situation with 24-hour service 7 days a week. They'll tow your vehicle safely to where it needs to go. Plus, they strive to reach you within 25 minutes of your call. When you need a tow, call All Day Towing at 206-695-2615. or 425-457-7788 for Eastside customers. All Day Towing. We'll be there. We promise.
Attention business owners. Experience a new world of business with barter. The Saturn Barter Company, located in Tacoma, is one of the most beneficial business decisions you can make. Using Saturn Barter, you are able to sell your products or services to other members of the exchange. You can then use that credit you've built up from your sales to purchase the products or services you or your company needs from other companies within Saturn Barter, all without the use of cash. Contact and join Saturn Barter Club today, 253-212-9930, or online at SaturnBarter.com.
Is your vehicle needing some attention? Take it over to Maddie's Tuning and Shoreline for fast, affordable car care. Trusted, professional. Maddie's services all makes and models and has been trusted in the Puget Sound for almost 60 years. Call Brian Maddie at 206-364-3347 or stop by his convenient location in Shoreline right on Aurora at 152nd. Maddie's Tuning. Call 206-364-3347. Trusted for almost 60 years to keep you safe and on the road.
Brides, do you want your big day to be stress-free, perfect, and stay within your budget? Well, Brides Club has all the inside information to make your dream a reality. Go to bridesclub.com. That's bridesclub.com. See upcoming bridal shows and events, view wedding vendors and special offers,
And don't miss The Spotlight, the premier online wedding magazine with valuable articles you can't afford to miss. Brides Club helps make your wedding stress-free and perfect. Go to bridesclub.com. Check out bridesclub.com.
Proud to bring variety to your radio dial. Alternative Talk, 1150 AM.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Viva ENT live in Seattle. You're listening to Johnny the Capo. I'm your host, and I'm here with my co-host, Mr.
Brad Buckles.
And my excellent producer.
It's Eric C.C. Ryder.
C.C. Ryder. Now, one of my favorite guys and one of my favorite pals we have on the air right now, Mr. Mike Abella. Mike, say hello to our listeners.
Hello, everyone.
Mm-hmm. And, Mike, you know, tell our listeners about your company because, you know, we're in the entertainment business, and so is Brad, you know, because he produces the wedding expos and everything that he does. But one of the fun things about the entertainment business is the photo booth.
Yeah.
And you have it.
Yep.
And you have more than one.
Yeah, I have quite a few different options. My company is 1,000 Words. And we provide photo entertainment for any kind of party that's out there. And we have the regular photo booth, well, actually, freestanding kiosk-style photo booth.
Mm-hmm.
And we have one that's in a Volkswagen bus, 1968 Volkswagen bus.
Seen that?
We have social media kiosks. And, yeah, pretty much anything that's photo-related at a party we can handle.
How many events in one night can you handle, Mike?
We actually just did in December. We did a seven photo booths went out one evening.
Wow!
And yeah, that was like juggling cats. I mean, it was a lot of.
Tell me about it.
A lot of. So yeah, 7 was kind of our limit. The year before was 6, and I said, you know, maybe we'll do 8 next year. It really, for me, it comes down to staffing because a lot of times it's tough to get enough crew to work these. So.
Yeah, I know all about that. You know, when I, with the casino,
about that.
Yeah, casino parties, I got 50, 55, 60 dealers working on one night. It's a challenge. So, you know, the key is, you know, and I've always said about your company, and I've said it many times, that you are very meticulous about choosing the people that work for you. In other words, you're just not going to let anybody step up to the plate and say, okay, yeah, I can do it. Because every time that we've been at events with you, your staff is outstanding.
Yeah, I get that a lot, and I actually just thought about that the other day, and I just like, you know, I really lucked out, and I have some really nice individuals that work for me, you know, across the board. I guess if they weren't nice, they wouldn't be working for me, but I mean, I really, you know, I'm very fortunate that I have the staff that I do, and I mean, it's been a blessing because a lot of times I have to send them out, and they're pretty much on their own representing my company, and they always come back with, you know, great reviews from, you know, my clients, and my clients keep hiring us back. So,
case in point, we were just at the World Trade Center, you and I, last Saturday night, and you know, the client asked your staff to start early. You're contracted at 7:30, but they had a last-minute change, and they wanted you to start at 7, and you were right on top of it.
Yeah, we tried it, and it's like, let's go. Let's get this thing going.
That's exactly right.
It's fun. I mean, I actually enjoy working with my staff. I'm rewarding them in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to take a few of them up to Whistler on a little retreat, and we're going to talk about skiing and photo booths and just, you know, just a way to say thank you for doing a great job.
Right on.
Right on, brother. Yeah. Right on. Brad, you have some comments, questions for Mike?
Well, I mean, Mike and I have worked together off and on for several years. I've seen the evolution of 1,000 Words go from photo tower to photo booth to photo media to the van. I mean, that's the biggest thing that everyone talks about right now is the red Volkswagen van turned into a photo booth.
Yeah.
In fact, I just got a call today from a bride on the website who followed up and wanted to know where this red van was and what she missed. And it's just a lot of fun to see the creativity of what photo booths have come from, whether it be a coin-operated vending machine to now a VW bus to who knows where it goes in the next year or two. I'm sure Mike will be on that cutting edge.
Well, what I'm trying to do now is push more clients into like a live set kind of a photo booth. So we're creating a photo set and still creating the photo image, the printouts and the show that we've been doing for several years, but actually doing it in a more of a live set environment. And
so kind of like what the news does, like a green screen kind of thing.
No, and for case in point, we did an event for Rock the Foundation in Tacoma, and they brought us in, and basically we had a set built where it was a stage, and they brought live instruments and real instruments, and we actually let the guests as props and let the guests pick what instrument they wanted to play, and then we photographed them, acting like they're playing and singing up against this background, and then they had their 15 seconds of fame. We took them out, got them a print from that, and put them into a revolving slideshow.
The thing that's a lot of fun about this that I know you've shared with me is how you can basically integrate social media immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they can post that out and Instagram and Twitter and so we have that capability. One of the more exciting things that is we just locked down a contract. We're actually going to Miami in the end of February for a week, and we are actually going to be working for Groupon and doing the South Beach Wine and Food Festival, and we'll have 2 photo booths down there for basically 5 days running.
That is really cool.
Yeah, I think I said, I think there's people closer to Miami than me, but they're actually bringing us down. So I think that kind of shows where we've come from, the little photo booth in Tacoma to now we're in Florida. So
that's because you're so hot, Michael.
So it's done. I got that call and we started negotiating that in December, and it's we've got it hammered down, and so we'll go down there, and they're actually creating a really interesting set where it's 2 different photo booths, and they're building everything upside down. So there's one that's a music related booth where there's actually a drum kit that's going to be mounted in the ceiling, and there's guitars mounted in the ceiling, and the guests basically are standing on what is the ceiling, but they will flip it over so it looks like the guest is actually standing on the ceiling, and it's right, so it's an upside down photo booth. So,
that's cool.
It's like dancing on the ceiling, man.
It'll be fun. Yeah, exactly what it is.
On the ceiling.
Sounds fun. So what do you think is the most misunderstood? I mean, we've watched photo booths come from nothing to like its own industry.
Correct.
What's the biggest misunderstanding about photo booths and their role in parties?
The biggest misunderstanding. That's a good question.
Good question.
I mean, some people can't live without them. They play with them. They go photo after photo after photo. They get 10 or 15 of them in the night. You almost have to chase them out of the booth. Other people kind of sit back and go, I don't know if my crowd would interact with that.
Yeah, I think I'm always telling. It's funny because I'm kind of opposite salesman here. When a client calls me and says, we want this photo booth, and we have a party that's from 5 to midnight, and we want a photo booth that long. And pretty much right away I'll say, no, you don't. You don't want a photo booth that long.
That's correct.
And then I educate him and say, look, photo booth definitely has a lifespan at a party. And usually it's better on the earlier side because once people start drinking, they don't make as good photographs. So I'd say 9 times out of 10, I will definitely convince them and educate them that they don't need that photo booth that long. They need some other kind of entertainment, DJ to keep them dancing.
Sure.
So I think that's the misconception, that they need that photo booth going the whole time.
Isn't it funny, though? You're honest with the client and you give them the education, and sometimes they get mad at you.
Yeah. Well, just just like the other night, Johnny, the party that you and I were working at,
right?
The photo booth ran its cycle, and let's get them back in their room and keep them dancing that night. You don't want them off the dance floor once they're there.
Right. They had casinos. They had casinos, so everybody's playing casino. Everybody's at the photo booth, and when the casino closed, then the dance floor got packed. Yeah, it's not scientific.
Yep. So there's a flow to it, and we'd like to keep that going. So.
Yeah, but I'm like you, Mike. I'm still going to tell my client the truth. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, book 7 hours and I'll make extra amount of dollars and stuff. Right. Because you want to be honest about it, because once they get to the event and they have all those hours in and they see that they have 3 hours of dead time and they pay for it, now they're hot.
Right.
Right.
Well, I never even thought about the fact that once you're drinking, you don't make great photographs. That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't.
Great point.
I have to deal with the people that have been drinking a lot too much, and they're like, and that's where my guys, they always come back to me and say, "Oh, that party was a little rough because there was a lot of alcohol being served," and they just sort of have to sit there and take it.
That's correct.
Smile and
Michael, we are out of time. I want you to tell our listeners real quick how to get a hold of you, your website, all your contact info.
Okay, well, it's 1000wordsevents.com, and the number is 253-380-2026. That goes directly to me. I pick that phone up nearly 24 hours a day.
Likewise.
So, yeah.
Well, pleasure to have you on the show, Mike. Let's get you on again. I like to have you on once a month, really.
All right.
Okay,
no problem. Maybe we'll check in from Miami. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'll look for you on Facebook.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, we're going to be right back with more Viva ENT Radio, including our special guests, Jerry Osborne and Devon Dawson. Stay tuned. Dr. Amanda Wong and the team at Art of the Smiles provides comprehensive dental services at affordable prices. Their convenient location in Federal Way and their extended hours fits the needs of both families and working professionals. Whether it's transforming your smile through some of their cosmetic therapies or simply having your teeth cleaned, Art of the Smiles provides individualized care plans that address your priorities and needs. Visit artofthesmiles.com or call 253-839-4048. That's 253-839-4048 for same-day scheduling. Most insurance is accepted, from cosmetic procedures to implant placement, molar root canals treatment, or wisdom teeth extractions.
Brides, do you want your big day to be stress-free, perfect, and stay within your budget? Well, Brides Club has all the inside information to make your dream a reality. Go to bridesclub.com. That's bridesclub.com. See upcoming bridal shows and events, view wedding vendors and special offers. And don't miss The Spotlight, the premier online wedding magazine with valuable articles you can't afford to miss. Brides Club helps make your wedding stress-free and perfect. Go to bridesclub.com. Check out bridesclub.com. Attention business owners. Experience a new world of business with barter. The Saturn Barter Company, located in Tacoma, is one of the most beneficial business decisions you can make. Using Saturn Barter, you are able to sell your products or services to other members of the exchange. You can then use that credit you've built up from your sales to purchase the products or services you or your company needs from other companies within Saturn Barter, all without the use of cash. Contact and join Saturn Barter Club today, 253-212-9930, or online at saturnbarter.com.
Lights, camera, action. Capture those precious moments at your special event with 1000 Words Events friendly, fun party services. Make your guests smile with a unique photo booth. Bring the celebration anywhere with a green screen. Enhance the mood with event lighting or pile them in an awesome VW photo bus. Our services provide lasting memories and unique party favors. After all, a picture's worth 1,000 words. See for yourself what we do at 1000wordsevents.com or call us at 253-380-2026. Let's make some memories. Online at 1000wordsevents.com or 253-380-2026.
Is your vehicle needing some attention? Take it over to Maddie's Tuning and Shoreline for fast, affordable car care. Trusted, professional. Maddie's services all makes and models and has been trusted in the Puget Sound for almost 60 years. Call Brian Maddie at 206-364-3347 or stop by his convenient location in Shoreline right on Aurora at 152nd. Maddie's Tuning. Call 206-364-3347. Trusted for almost 60 years to keep you safe and on the road. It's frustrating when your car won't start or just won't go, or you're locked out of your car and need to be somewhere. All Day Towing will take the frustration out of the situation with 24-hour service 7 days a week. They'll tow your vehicle safely to where it needs to go. Plus, they strive to reach you within 25 minutes of your call. When you need a tow, call All Day Towing at 206-695-2615 or 425-457-7788 for Eastside customers. All Day Towing. We'll be there. We promise.
Life's a celebration. Grand Event Rentals makes your event their top priority. They're your full-service, special event, and party rental provider, supplying everything you need from start to finish. Their professional sales team and event staff work with you to create your dream event. With every event, Grand Event Rentals customers' needs are the most important. Whether you're planning an intimate outdoor wedding or an elaborate black tie gala, the Grand Event Rental specialists make great pride in providing our event planning experience to help create an unforgettable event. Please go and visit the Bellevue showroom, Grand Event Rentals, or make a one-on-one appointment. Talk to them. They're trained, they're knowledgeable, they're event specialists, and they are going to take you through step-by-step everything that you need to make your day a success. Call Grand Event Rentals. Their number is 425-462-7368, or go to grandeventrentalslaw.com.
News, traffic, and weather? Now you can get your information fixed weekdays on Alternative Talk, 1150 a.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Viva ENT. We're live in Seattle, and I'm in the studio with my producer, Mr.
It's Eric C.C. Ryder.
Eric C.C. Ryder, and my talent coordinator, Mr. Jerry Osborne. Please say hello.
Hi, music lovers.
How you doing? And we have a wonderful guest on today.
Well, your talent coordinator has coordinated some real talent here today.
Good.
Let's go back in time. Eric, you're about ready to push a button, but before you do, let me say, in the beginning, there was Devon Osborne and her sister Tracy Osborne, both sisters of mine, but we didn't know each other until many, many years later, like 1992 is when we actually met and really became acquainted. That's a different story, but we both share the same father, who was a star in every manner of speaking in the entertainment industry. But the only thing he didn't do is he didn't make records, but he performed live, and pretty much that was his livelihood, was just entertaining in clubs and pizza parlors and wherever he could get a gig, pretty much like my sister Devon does today. She just performs wherever she can get a gig. Well, let's go back to her first gig ever. Eric, let's hear that.
Who are your friends here? There's a couple little people I just picked up along the highway. They were snowbound.
Yeah, this is the day for it. Come on, girls. Get in here. Let's see what we can do.
We just dropped down to sort of assist in the remote broadcast this evening. I'm Phil Ryan. You heard me earlier in the day from the Tideway Cafe. And you are?
Devon Osborne. Tracy Osborne.
Now, this is a debut of the Corpus Christi Beach Rats. My young daughters, Tracy and Devon, and a song that goes like this.
With someone like you, a pal so good and true, I'd like to leave it all behind and go and find someplace that's known to God alone. Just a
That's wonderful, girls. I didn't know you could sing like that.
Say, that's all from Devon.
That's all from Devon.
Say, signing off.
Signing off.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, the introduction on that was given by the local DJ who was doing a remote broadcast at the time, and our father, who's Phil Ryan, at least that was his stage name, and he introduced Devon and Tracy. So that was about when, Devon?
My goodness, that was in Kingman, Arizona. I was preschool, so
Oh, my gosh.
I was probably about 4 or 5, and Tracy, my sister, I think was kindergarten, and so I think that's correct. Now, so being so young, it's hard for me to tell you exactly what year that is, but
well, let's say it's early 60s.
62?
Yeah, early 60s. And it's fascinating, though, that really was a live performance. I mean, you were in a restaurant with, you can hear dishes and noise going on in the background, and you are entertaining the customer, so that's a gig.
You know, I work a lot with kids today, and when I hear that recording, that is just stunning to me because we're on pitch. We know our timing. You know, we know how to enter a line. That so much of that is just born in, and because Daddy wasn't drilling us on singing. I mean, singing was just something we did for fun around the house, and so evidently he saw that, and he knew that we could handle being on the air and actually giving a credible performance. But that is my debut.
Did you know before you went to the restaurant you were going to sing on the radio?
Yeah, I think so. I seem to remember that we got dressed up and we were excited. Yeah, because we did rehearse at home with that. That song was a beloved song to my mother because her mother sang it. Her mother, I think, was born in 1898, and her mom's early memories. Mom was born in 1923, I think, and her early memories were of the family gathered around the piano singing like that. You know, that song is because it's wow. That song was from the early 20s, wasn't it?
That's definitely a standard, and it's been done by many people, but I've never heard it done as well as we just heard it.
I sing that song almost every week nowadays because one of the members of Cowtown Opry, which is the organization I'm the artistic director of in the Fort Worth Stockyards, that's one of his favorite songs to sing, and he loves to duet with me on that. This gentleman is named Cornbread Connor, Al Connor, who's 80-something years old. And he has, like, oodles of grandchildren. He's served in 3 arms of the military, and he loves that song. And it's so funny. I hope Cowtown Opry members get to hear this broadcast because that will really stun them. I was singing that song that they hear every week when we do this on stage at the Cowtown Opry.
Well, I'm so glad it got preserved on audio tape.
Me too.
So between then and now, you did a lot of live appearances with our dad and Tracy. So tell us the highlights of the years before Jessie the Yodeling Cowgirl came along.
Oh, yeah. Well, when I was 9, Dad gave me and Tracy a guitar each. And we each had a 4-string Stella, and I really took to it. Tracy actually turned to drums. She preferred that. And so by the time I was 12 or 13, we were stage ready, and Dad started us off in low pressure areas. I mean, we're down in Corpus Christi, and we go over to Rockport to a fun little place that would be accepting of the new little combo. Dad, of course, was a consummate professional, but I was on rhythm guitar, and Tracy was doing some backup on full drum set, and we all could sing. And Tracy and I had good sibling harmony, and obviously a good blend with Dad. So we were building our repertoire and building our stage presence in 1968 and 69. And we got our first professional booking at a club with a booking agent about 1969, and it was in the Houston area, and I was terrified. It was so scary. I remember the first song was like Alley Cat, and I couldn't keep my voice from shaking because I was so nervous. We played in Bay City, Texas, and Houston, but we lived in Corpus, and we did play in Ramses Pass and Rockport. And then we got to play in 1970. We were playing a pretty long stand at Shakey's Pizza Parlor. I think that was on Staples Avenue. I don't even know if that building is still there or not. But, yeah, a lot of history in our family was made during that time. was the summer of 1970.
And then you took a while off to have twins. And take care of them.
Later, I was 13 at Shakey's Pretty Solid Parlor in 1970. But when I became a young woman and I married Chuck, and we had our kids, I was doing the mommy track, and I'd keep my hand in, like once a month I'd volunteer to play at the local nursing home or something. But I wasn't doing professional work because I felt my work was to raise these kids and loved every minute of that. Never will regret that.
No.
But about the time they got juniors in high school, I got to ramp up my career in the music again, and it's been delightful.
So how did you kick it off the second time around?
Yeah.
How did you get back in it?
Sorry. Well, that's kind of neat. It was I think in 1996, or it might have been 90. Yeah, I think it was 96. Which, by the way, I think was a political year. It was an election year, presidential election year. We went to a political rally locally in Fort Worth, and there was a band playing there. And it's kind of funny because my husband and I love Texas heritage music, Western swing, Bob Wills, great classic stuff that he cut his teeth on, and I did too. And Dad used to play a lot of Bob Wills in our combo. But we went to this political rally, and we had been missing getting a chance to hear Western swing. We just weren't in the right place at the right time. And but at this moment we were, and the Cowtown Opry Cowboys was playing at this political rally. And Chuck and I looked at each other, and we said, "This is our kind of music. We love this. Who are these people?" So we met the band members and the lady who ran it, Jean Marlowe, and she had started an organization, a 501c3 nonprofit, just about a couple of years before that. And the whole charter of the organization was to promote, preserve, and perform Texas heritage music, and that would be cowboy and western swing, and that's what they were doing at the rally. So the rally, I don't even remember what the candidate did. All I remember is that we got involved with Cowtown Opry, and within a year, she put me in charge of starting a Sunday afternoon show free to the public, which mentored adults and kids to do this music. And also, simultaneously, I was playing with the Cowtown Cowboys professionally. I joined that band really quickly. And then later, the Texas Trailhands was started in 1997, and that became an award-winning combo, 5 members, and we did Cowboy Swing is what we used to call what we did. So about that time, our sons were able to drive and juniors in high school, and they could be more self-sufficient. So when we would have performances, it wasn't always it wasn't a family complication because they were old enough to handle being on their own. If we had to be out of town or something like that. But so 1998 goes by, and I start learning to yodel. Mm-hmm. I just felt that I knew that I wanted to learn to yodel, and I was around people who could yodel, and Dad used to be able to yodel, but I never thought I could, and I knew I could break to go from a low note to a high note, and I used to do that to beautiful effect when I loved to sing Hank Williams' I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry. And I would go, when I was a teenager, and I couldn't yodel, but I did do this, I would go, hear that lonesome whippoorwill. It'd be nice if I'd hit that on pitch, but anyway. But I could do that, and I loved doing that. But I was around these people who could break up and down, do all kinds of fancy stuff, and one of those people was Janet McBride, who is the world champion yodeler. Now, this lady is in her 80s now, and we're talking 20 years ago. She was involved with Cowtown Opry, and I would listen to her yodel, and I became a closet yodeler. I was
a shower yodeler.
Yeah, because doesn't sound good at first. I mean, if you're yodeling and you're new to it, you got a lot of learning to do to try to land those notes after you break to the falsetto. And so I'd practice in my backyard, and consequently all the squirrels disappeared. And I would practice in my automobile with my windows up while driving at 60 miles an hour on the freeway with nobody in my car. That was good. And I just had this passion to learn, and I felt like the Lord wanted me to do it. And it was kind of fun. It really was. I had a calling to learn to yodel. Well, had no idea what was in store the next year, because I started yodeling in 98, and I'm getting a little better. And the first song I know how to yodel is I Want to Be a Cowboy Sweetheart. And I started doing it with the Texas Trail Hands, and that was kind of my one yodeling song. And I have a crooning swing voice, which is what I usually do, but it's always great to stick a song in there with a yodel, and it brings the audience to their feet, and everybody loves it, you know. But I was in a jam session in 1999, September 28th, I think it was, whichever that last Saturday was that year, and that's Gene Autry's birthday. So we were at Gene Autry, Oklahoma, participating with the Gene Autry Festival, which is in commemoration of America's public cowboy #1, the first of the great singing cowboys. And so I was yodeling in a jam session, and I was doing a yodel off with Judy Coder, who she and I were both doing Cowboy Sweetheart, and the Riders in the Sky were arriving. They were just driving up in their RV. They got out of their RV in the middle of this jam session, which was pulsating with yodeling and joy and all this. About 100 people were clustered in this circle, and they parked right beside it. We're outdoors on the back steps of the Gene Autry Museum, and they get out, and they just grin ear to ear. The guys. Now, I've loved the Riders in the Sky since the late 70s when I first heard them, and every time I'd hear them perform, like on the TNN, on they used to be on television for the Grand Ole Opry, Saturday night at the Grand Ole Opry, and it was Keith Bilbrey would MC that, and it was a live feed. And sometimes we'd see the Riders on there because they're always hosting a segment, and a lot of times it happened that they were on that show live on the television. So we loved them, and I had their albums, and my heart would always beat fast when I'd see the Riders in the Sky, and now I know why, because it's like God had something in store for me with them. But so all that's back history. But here they get out into the middle of this jam session. They come off the RV. They're going to perform that night, and they're grinning. So I had no idea why they were grinning. Well, part of it was just they encountered such a wonderful scene. But evidently they got together later after hearing me singing, and it was I didn't know. I had no clue that I was doing an audition at that moment, but they had been looking for the perfect voice for Jessie. They were working on the Walt Disney record follow-up to the movie Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 was fixing to be released in about 3 months. They were going to release at Christmas time in December, or Thanksgiving Day, of 99. And it was the second of the Toy Story films. The first one came out in 1996. So they were going to introduce a new character, a female, a cowgirl character named Jessie. Now, none of us knew this because the writers knew it because they were already working on the project. But they announced it that night to the audience that they were doing the follow-up CD and that they were actually in the movie. They're on the soundtrack of Toy Story 2, and that's all they said. And we were thrilled to think that our Western heroes, music heroes, had done good, and they were going to be on a Disney film. And so the concert was amazing, and I was there with the entire Texas Trail Hands. I had paid personally for all 5 of us to attend this concert and be there, and I knew that I was supposed to be at that place at that time, and I didn't even know why. But we took great pains to be there that night, because we had a gig at the State Fair of Texas in Dallas that afternoon, and we had to get in the car and drive straight up to Gene Autry, which was like a 2-hour drive, to get there and participate. So anyway, as it turns out, we had a wonderful evening. We went home. 3 weeks later, my phone rings, and it's Joey, the Cowpoke King, who's one of the Riders in the Sky, calling me at my house. And you already understand how I love the Riders in the Sky, and they're like my muse in Western, and I love their muse and my muse as well as the Sons of the Pioneers, Roy Rogers and all. And so he's calling me at my house, and he says, "Is this Devon Dawson?" I said, "Well, yes, it is." He said, "This is Joey Misculin," and I said, "I know exactly who you are." And and I was washing dishes, so my hands were soapy and wet. Anyway, I said, "How do you know?" He says, "We think you're the singing voice of Jessie." I said, "Well, who's Jessie?" And he says, "It's the animated cowgirl that's in Toy Story 2. It's fixing to be released." And I'm going like, "What?" And and he says, "We think that you have the perfect voice." Well, it turned out they had searched all over Western music. They needed a voice that had certain qualities, and it turned out I had all of those qualities. And they had to have a swing style, be able to yodel, have a childlike quality to the singing voice, and, you know, be able to handle that whole joie de vivre that would be Jessie's voice. And they had heard that at Gene Autry, but they didn't know who I was. They didn't know my name, and I went ahead and left and didn't know. They got together later and said, who was that girl? So it had taken them 3 weeks to find me. It was the glass slipper and the prince. That's what it was about.
Little did you realize then that album that you're on would be the Grammy winner the very next year, and that you would be on the Grand Ole Opry singing that very song, and you would be sewing your own Jessie costume and performing as Jessie all over the world.
You never know where God's going to put you. When I started to want to yodel, I had no idea where that was going to take me. And so it's just the craziest thing. If you ever feel very strongly in your spirit that you need to do something, just go ahead and do it, because, you know, it's pretty cool.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I had to make my costume because no offense to Disney, but all the costuming out there was really cheesy. And if I was going to appear as Jessie for anybody, I wanted it to be real. So it had to be a real hat. It had to be real hair on hide chaps. Had to be a real shirt. You know, my hair is real, and it's, you know, kind of a reddish brown. It's not a flaming red, but I'd wear the yellow bow on it. I really studied her outfit and created, you know, as close as I could to that, but authentic. And it's been delightful. I've done shows for Radio Disney in costume and actually been paid from Buena Vista, Florida. I was never under contract to be the Disney character, so I did shows in the local area as Jessie. I've done a few appearances. I appeared as Jessie on the Grand Ole Opry and at Pixar Studios for the families of the Pixar employees. I did a concert out there in Emeryville, which is in the San Francisco Bay Area. And this is really fun. I'm fixing to record the Jessie song. I will re-record it. I know some other people have recorded it, but Ranger Doug, he gave us permission. My duo with Jessie Robertson, by the way, that's confusing. I have an alter ego as Jessie, and my singing partner is Outlaw Jessie Dell. But I sing a duet version that we created, and we had to tweak it a little for him to sing half the song. It had to be change the gender a little, because I'm the epiglottis goddess. And he obviously cannot be the epiglottis god.
There's only one.
We're down to our last 2 minutes. Devon, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show.
Oh,
I'd like for the few people on this earth who have not heard Jessie the Yodeling Cowgirl, how about if we go out on that note?
Sounds like a good idea.
You want me to yodel? Or are you going to play it?
We're going to play
it.
Oh,
good.
Okay, great. And what about Facebook? You have a Facebook? You have somewhere people can check?
Yeah, there's 3. Jessie Robertson on Facebook, Jessie. Devon Dawson on Facebook, Devon,
cool.
My first name, and Dawson. And then, of course, Miss Devon and the Outlaw. We have a page you can like. I don't keep a page for the Jessie thing that's like the Disney character, but there was a website, and it still is, called HeyHowdyHey.com, because I used to do live shows with Bob Terry, and he was Woody.
Very good.
And we did those with Radio Disney. So.
We're out of time. Yeah. Thanks for being on the show, Devon.
All right. Thank you, Devon.
Amigos.
Yeah, adios. And we're going out with this track. Ladies and gentlemen, we have next week Snuff Garrett. Is that right?
We have Snuff Garrett's daughter and Carrie Mansfield from Maurice Saraband Records.
That's correct. And we'll dig in out. See you later, because you are fine. Sweet Potato, you're listening to Viva ENT. Thank you so much.
I ride along and yodel a song from dawn till dusk till dawn. 'Cause she's Jessie, the yodeling cowgirl.
Okay, Devon. Thank you so much, Devon, and I'll talk to you real soon.
Bye, hon.